Hey everybody, welcome to today's webinar all about the Get Social Smart Academy. I'm Katie Lance. So excited to have so many of you here with us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys are joining on in and the live webinar, comment in the chat, say hi. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I am excited to be with you guys today. We are going to have a lot of fun. This is for you if you have been a member, if maybe you're a new member, maybe you're a longtime member, and you are looking for a little bit of a refresh on what's new and how to make the most of your membership, you are in the right place. If you are not a member, but you are just curious about what in the heck the Get Social Smart Academy is all about, and you are looking for a little bit of the behind the scenes, a little bit about what's new, you are also in the right place. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. I have some exciting things to share. We're going to take you behind the scenes. And we're also going to share some of my favorite Get Social Smart strategies. I have 10 strategies I'm also going to share with you guys also. So we are going to have a lot of fun. As always, this is being recorded. So if you missed something and you have to leave early, it is being recorded and you'll get a copy of the recording later today. So again, as you guys are joining on in, comment in the chat, say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know you can hear me okay. Let's see who's here. We got Dawn in the house from Denver. Good to see you. Hello, Linda from Florida. June is here from Conifer. Welcome. Hey, Beth. Good to see you, one of our longtime members. Yes, I'm excited to share what's new in 2025. Joe, also one of our longtime members. Joe, I just saw your message, your post on your Facebook page about the Academy. You're so kind. Joe's been a member of our Academy for about 5 years now out in Long Beach. Thank you for sharing this with your office. I appreciate it. Hey, Colleen from Omaha, Tammy from North Carolina, Kathy's here in Oregon. Awesome. Love Oregon. Hey, Francesco from Italy. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. I'm excited to see you here. Hey, Pat from Santa Maria. Shelly is in the house from Muskoka. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Canada. Awesome. And love that. Shelly, you spell your name exactly like my mom spells her name, the EY. Shelly with an EY. I love that. Hey, Kelly from Bainbridge Island. Good to see you. Victoria, welcome. Hey, Sarah, Tara. Fantastic. We've got West Palm Beach, Savannah, Montana. Awesome. Well, I am excited to see a lot of you here today. Like I said, we are going to be spending about an hour today. And really the goal is to walk you through a little behind the scenes and kind of show you what the Academy is all about, which is going to be great for, I think, a lot of you who may have followed me on social. Maybe we're connected on Instagram. Maybe we're friends on Facebook. Maybe you signed up for some of my classes, but you've been wondering what our membership is all about and what's included and if it's right for you. So if that's you, you're in the right place. And again, if you're someone who has been a member for maybe a few months or a few years, and you're wondering like, okay, what's next? What's new? We're going to cover that too. So we've got a lot. I'm excited to cover a lot today. Hey, from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to see you. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. Love the Academy. Oh, thank you, Selena. I appreciate it. Longtime member. Yes, you are. And for those of you who are members, let me know in the chat. Just say, yes, I'm a member. If you're already one of our members, let us know in the chat. If you are a member, just feel free to say yes. And if you're not a member and you're curious, just put the word curious. So maybe you're here and you're just curious. You want the sneak peek. So if that's you, put curious. And if you're already in the Academy, just say yes or say, I'm a member. Awesome. Victoria says, yes, yes. New member from Boston. Welcome. I love Boston. It's awesome. Yes, I love that your mom has the correct spelling. Yes, Shelly, my mom says that all the time whenever she meets another Shelly with the correct spelling. Absolutely. Awesome. Linda, Victoria, feeling behind. It's all good. You're in the right place. Sarah's curious. Welcome. All right, well, let's dig in. If you are at a place where you can take notes, feel free to do that. If you'd rather just listen, that's fine. This whole webinar is done sort of Zoom webinar style, which means you are not on camera. You don't have to worry about being muted or unmuted. I'm the only one on camera, but you do have access to the chat and to the Q&A. So feel free to put your questions in the chat or comments. I'm going to be taking those as we go through our time together today. And I also have a giant mug of coffee, which literally it's ginormous, you guys, but it's good. It gets me caffeinated. All right, well, let's dig in. I want to just first start and just take a quick second. I know I've known a lot of you for a long time, but if you are new here or you've just ever been curious on my backstory, Again, I'm Katie Lance. We've been in business. My husband and I, Paul, so my husband and I work side by side. We have been married for 22 plus years. We've been business partners for 12 plus years. We have two teenage boys who keep us very busy. And, we started the Academy actually about 10 years ago. And one of our big focuses when it comes to what the Get Social Smart Academy is all about is that time is our most precious asset. And I just kind of wanted to start today before I take you behind the scenes into what the Academy is, just to talk for a quick snippet about this, because for me, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a keynote speaker, I'm an author, I'm a business owner, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, like, right? You wear all these hats. But at the end of the day, time is our most precious asset. And I know as an entrepreneur, and if you're an entrepreneur, and imagine most of you are entrepreneurs, if not all of you, we didn't get into business for ourselves so we could work a million hours a week, right? And with social media, it's really easy for it to be all encompassing. So we said 10 years ago, and this is something that runs through to what we do today, that everything we teach has to be practical. We don't have to teach every new shiny object. We don't have to teach every new button that appears, but our focus has always been, how could we help real estate agents and brokers get smarter about social media? That's really where the name came from, Get Social Smart. How can we cut through the clutter, cut through the noise? We really believe in work hard, play hard. You can see there's a picture of us at Disney. That's from a few years ago at Disneyland. We're a huge Disney family. I don't know if any of you are Disney folks, but if you know, you know. So we really believe in work hard, play hard. And this is where having a smart social media strategy can come into play. So when you are on vacation or when you're with your family or you get ill, the marketing bus keeps rolling, right? We don't lose momentum because life happens. And so that's a big philosophy that we have. And I also do not believe you have to do it all. We offer training on a lot of social media platforms. We talk about Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube because we know that agents are on some of those different platforms. But that doesn't mean you have to be on every single platform. We really believe that for most agents and brokers, you want to pick one or two places that you enjoy being on and where your clients are on. And I would love to hear from you guys who are watching live. Let me know in the chat what platforms you're spending the most time on these days. And there's no right or wrong answer, but just put it in the chat. Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Pinterest? Is it X? Is it whatever it might be? Let me know in the chat what Blue Sky is a new one. There's lots of threads. There's lots of platforms that are out there. YouTube and Facebook, lots of Facebooks, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Renita, good to see you. Facebook and Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook. Tammy says Facebook, Instagram, and just starting to get serious about YouTube after your class. Yeah, a lot of you came to my YouTube masterclass just a couple weeks ago. YouTube's great. Don says, I spend time on Facebook, but I want to start on YouTube, but don't know how. Okay, cool. Well, you're in the right place. That's awesome. We actually just did a masterclass just a few weeks ago. And the cool thing is, as a member of the Academy, you get access to all of our training that we do over the last year. And it's actually about 40 to 50 classes that we do. I literally just went through before this webinar to count up how many classes we've done in the last year. I think it's like 45 or 46. And when you're a member, you get access to our live classes, but then you can also go back. So we have a lot of people, like you just mentioned, you're like, gosh, I am now kind of thinking about YouTube. Well, maybe a month ago you weren't, but if you're a member of the Academy, you can go back and watch that training, right? So it's like there for when you're ready, which is also one of the things we wanted to create when we created the Academy. It's very Netflix style, meaning, you can go in there and search for what you want and watch what you want when you're ready for it, if that makes sense. Sarah says Facebook and Instagram, looking to expand to YouTube and maybe TikTok, getting started on Facebook. Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. So like I said, we are all about working smarter, not harder. And I had to share this success story. Nancy Hall Hodge has been a part of our Academy for a while. And I love this. She posted this on my page, and I just wanted to share this. And I think a lot of you could probably relate to this. She says, I have spent countless dollars on coaching, landing pages, websites. Within 3 weeks of signing up with Katie Lance, I gained 2 new clients and learned about batching content. Now I'm on vacation and batch content for the time I'm gone. Thank you, Katie Lance. And I just share that, not to pat myself on the back, but because I think that a lot of you have probably spent a lot of money and time over the years Googling, working with different people, spending money on stuff. And there are obviously a lot of great coaches and consultants that are out there. I think one of the things we have really tried to hone in on and be really an expert on in our space is focusing on, first of all, real estate and the real estate market and the real estate industry when it comes to social media. But also, again, not teaching every new shiny object. What are the things that are really going to move the needle forward so you can have that quality of life? So you can go on vacation and still have content in the can and still have content that is attracting business, not chasing leads. We have a lot of folks who have joined the academy who over the years have spent money on various programs, maybe to kind of do it for them, so to speak, and have sort of learned the hard way that that isn't always the best option, right? It doesn't always produce results because it's kind of the same stuff that's out there everywhere. So with that being said, like I said, I'm going to take you behind the scenes. And by the way, if we're not yet connected on social media, I'm going to drop my Instagram in the chat here. I think I'm connected to just about all of you, but if not, I just dropped it in the chat. Feel free to click on my Instagram. If you're on Instagram, give me a follow. Would love to connect. And as we go through our time together today, I always tell folks in the academy, you guys have heard this, as we go through our webinar today, if you hear a nugget, if you hear something that's cool, that sparks your curiosity, just take a picture of the screen or take a selfie, post it to Instagram or Facebook, tag me, and I'm going to hop on social media later and would love to hear your takeaways. Okay, so let's take you behind the scenes. And like I said, today we're really covering three big things. So the focus of our time together today is to show you behind the scenes of our academy, what's working, what's included, and really how to navigate it with ease. We're also going to talk about what's new and what's next. There's some really cool things that are new and updated. Get the scoop on latest trainings, some templates, tools. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on what's coming soon. And then at the end, I'm going to share 10 smart strategies to grow your brand. I've got 10 strategies that I'm excited to dig in and really talk about what's working right now, how to make the most of your membership, how to stay consistent, create better content, and grow your business without the overwhelm, because life's too short to be overwhelmed. All right. Okay, so let's go behind the scenes. I'm actually going to open up the academy and show you what it looks like behind the scenes. And the way it works with the academy is once you sign up for membership, you can sign up monthly or yearly. There's no contracts. You can be a member as long as you'd like. You can cancel anytime. And when you're a member, we send you your login information. So once you log in, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So let's pull up the academy here. And there we go. Okay, so once you log in, you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. And I'm going to walk you through kind of what is included. If you are a longtime member, I know this will look familiar to you, but again, I think this is going to be helpful to kind of navigate a few things that you may not be aware of because there's a lot included in your membership. So I want to first call your attention to the left-hand side of the screen. As a member, like I mentioned a minute ago, you get access to all of our training that we've done for the past year. It's about I want to safely say about 45, sometimes up to 50 trainings in a year is what's included. So as you scroll through on the left-hand side, it's actually broken down chronologically. So our most recent trainings are up at the top, and then we go down from there. Now, the other thing is every month we have a theme. And I was actually talking to one of our longtime members just yesterday on a Zoom call, and she was saying, I love, Katie, that over the last few years, you started to theme your months, which I think for a lot of folks has been great because when we have a theme each month, that's what we cover that month. For example, this month in May, we've been talking all about Facebook. And you can see on the left-hand side, we have our Facebook masterclass. That's coming up in a few days. We did a class just a few days ago, all on meta ads. A lot of you attended that. That was awesome. We did a class a couple weeks before that on optimizing your Facebook personal versus business and what's working and not working in 2025. So this month has been all about Facebook. And the reason why we pick a theme each month is because we know, especially for you as an agent, first of all, you can't learn everything from just a 2-minute video or a quick little blog post. There's a lot of nuances that go into what we're talking about, right? We also know that you might not be able to attend every single training because you're busy. You're a busy real estate agent. You've got a lot of different hats. So we want to be able to make this available for you every week and have you tune in as often as you can because it's included in your membership. But if you can't, you can always watch the recording. You can always catch up at a later date as well. So we do most of our live classes on Mondays. We call it Coffee with Katie, which is why I always have my coffee, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. They're usually about an hour. Our master classes are usually longer. Those are usually about 90 minutes. And you can see really quick, for example, with our upcoming Facebook masterclass, when you click onto that, you can see, now this isn't recorded yet because this is coming up in a couple days, but there's a Zoom link, and then we'll have a workbook that's loaded in there as well. And then once we have a recording, that'll be loaded in there as well. Our class that we just did this past week, this is a really good example. This is our meta ads class we did. From time to time, we bring guest experts in. Annalisa was our guest this week. She was awesome. She is a ads expert. I don't want to say guru, but she's amazing. So we've got her presentation that we did, as well as her notes and her slides, which is really cool. So again, I said earlier, it's sort of Netflix style, meaning you can tune in live every single week, just like this. Like I don't know about you guys, I love a live class because you can get your questions answered. It's live, it's in the moment. And to be honest with you, we found that the members who get the most out of the academy, who get the most business, are the ones who attend as many live classes as they can. Again, sometimes there's a conflict, sometimes you can't attend live, and we totally get that. Sometimes there's a time zone issue, I get that. But if you are a member, the more you can attend live, the better, right? Because there's just something about attending live, if that makes sense. Is there an office price to cover all agents? Oh, that's a good question. If you're looking for an office price, it depends on how many agents you have. So I'm going to drop my email in the chat, Sarah. If you want to just send me a quick email either now or after the webinar, and let me know how many agents are in your office and maybe just a little bit about what you're looking for, then I can give you the pricing for that. It just kind of depends. It's a little bit of a specialized quote. So yeah, just feel free to email me. Great question. So, okay, so we've got like I said, this month has been all about Facebook. If I go down to continue on the left-hand side here, you can see as I go through each month, each month had a theme. So April was all about YouTube. I heard someone say a minute ago, oh gosh, I really want to get more into YouTube. So if that was you, you might go in and go, gosh, I'm going to get caught up on Katie's YouTube training. Now, we do sell a lot of these classes separately. So separately, these classes run anywhere from $50 to $80 to $90, $100 each, depending. So a lot of these classes that you see, you can purchase separately. We have a lot of folks who are just like, want to buy things a la carte. But I would say for the most part, it's a much better deal. If you're gonna attend a few classes, you might as well become a member, because that way you have access to everything, right? You can, it's again, sort of like Netflix style, if that makes sense. So April, we went into a lot of stuff with YouTube. We talked about lead generation with YouTube, video editing, Canva with YouTube. March was all about Canva and AI. We had tons of great training in March, all about AI, video editing tools with AI. February we went deep into Instagram, Reels, stories, engagement, growth strategies. January was all about planning. We had an awesome planning masterclass, which is a great one to go back to. I mean, even though we are in May, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I need to get my arms around a content strategy, a 12-month plan, I would highly encourage you to go back and watch this planning masterclass. There's a really great workbook that goes with this. That's going to help you map out the rest of your 2025 plan. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, it's too late. It's never too late. Trust me. And then again, going back into last year, to December, November, October, September. So again, you have access to the last 12 months of training, and those are all right here. And you can access these on your computer. You can access them on your phone or mobile device, wherever you'd like. I saw a question come through in the chat. Victoria said, Katie, was there a class that you said you were going to take down the recording? I can't find it. Did you take it down away? I don't know. Which one were you looking for? Do you know what the topic was? I'm sure I can find it. We usually don't keep classes up for longer than a year because it's social media, and social media changes all the time. And the last thing I would want anybody to do is to watch something and then realize, oh, that's totally outdated. Like, there's nothing worse. If you've ever experienced that, where you're like, oh, this is recorded 5 years ago, right? So we want to make sure that whatever's in the academy is still the most up to date. But not sure if it was AI. Yeah, I don't think I took it down. All of our AI classes are right here under March. So we did one where we talked all about AI tips. The whole community for our academy came together and we did a great one where everyone shared AI tips. The ChatGPT and Canva AI masterclass, that was awesome. That was here. We did an advanced AI training with one of our members, Eileen. Eileen is amazing, by the way. She is out in Kona, completely killing it with AI, Kona, Hawaii. I did a training on Descript, how you use AI to edit your videos. Awesome. And then this last one right here was like specifically using ChatGPT for things like social media descriptions, YouTube, email newsletters. And I kind of took you behind the scenes on how to do that. So those are a lot of the most current AI classes. But if there was one that was missing, let me know and I can find it and send it to you. Yay. Okay, good. Awesome. So again, as a member, a couple things. As a member, I would encourage you to, number one, put on your calendar Coffee with Katie. It's every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, live call. It's included in your membership. It's recorded. You'll always get the recording as well. And the other thing that you may not be aware of just on this dashboard as I scroll through, and again, if you're not a member, again, I want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what we're talking about here today. And if you just joined, by the way, welcome, welcome. Feel free to comment in the chat, say hi. So as I scroll through in the middle part of this dashboard, you can see that there's a few just tips on how to use the dashboard. So just some simple ways to use it. And then as I scroll down, you'll see what's coming up. And I always have a graphic here in the middle of what we cover for the month. So I'm about to update this with our June classes, but you can see this was everything we covered just in the month of May, and that was included in your membership. And then coming up, what's coming up this summer, a lot of you have asked me, again, we have themes coming up every month. So in June, we are digging into LinkedIn, which I'm excited about. I feel like LinkedIn often is like set it and forget it for a lot of folks, but LinkedIn is a great professional network. And so we're going to dig into a lot of new things that are happening with LinkedIn. We have an updated LinkedIn masterclass coming next month. Very excited about that. July, we are digging into Canva. July, we are doing Canva Camp. Again, we do Canva Camp every year. It is an awesome 3-day event. It's included in your membership. There is so much to talk about with Canva, all the new stuff, lots of new AI features. I'm fired up about that. So that'll be in July. And then August, we're really focusing on content strategy and repurposing. How do we work smarter, not harder? How do we take one piece of content and repurpose it? And a lot of things have changed and gotten a lot easier with repurposing. So that is kind of the plan for the next few months. So I'm super excited about that. The other thing that's part of your membership is we have a great Facebook group. So I think all of you who are already members are part of our Facebook group. We've got, about 600 or so members. They're all, fairly active in our Facebook group. I have to say a lot of people join the Academy for the training, but a lot of folks stay for years because of the community. I know I'm biased, but we have an amazing community of people who are just kind-hearted, and there's a lot of collaboration and sharing. Here's a picture of some folks who ran into each other at a conference. Like, we always see people sharing like their wins. This is a place to get updated on what's new. You can get your questions answered. I'm super active in the group. You can always pick my brain. Here's another video of some of our members meeting up in Hawaii, which is awesome. So it's just a great, great community. So that's a private Facebook group here inside the Academy. The other thing that is a big thing that's new for 2025, actually a couple new things. So as a member, you also receive a monthly content calendar from me. So for example, the month of May, we sent out the content calendar, and the content calendar is actually something that we have really kind of, I don't want to say reinvented, but we've really updated over the last few months. And so let me just show you what this looks like. Now, again, this is something that if you're not a member, you can always purchase separately, but it's included in your membership. And the content calendar every month is basically 2 pages, and it includes tips, ideas for questions to ask, and it also includes Canva templates. As well as video content ideas. We try to make the content calendar something very simple that you can print out when you're sitting down once or twice a week to create content, post content. You've got ideas right in front of you. But we're also not going to put stuff in there that you could just find anywhere, right? Like, I'm not going to tell you what day Easter is or what day tax day is. Like, that's stuff you're going to know, right? This is more to give you some specific ideas when it comes to what you could post, questions you could ask, things like that. And I'm going to show you the Canva templates in a minute because that's a huge thing that we've really updated over the last couple months. Let's see here. Angela says, for some reason, I do not see the left menu on my dashboard. Oh, she got it. Okay. Okay, good. Phew. I was worried. Sometimes with tech, I love tech, but every once in a while, you know how tech goes. So, okay, cool. I'm glad that you saw it. Okay. So, if you remember, again, make sure you are downloading this. We send this out every single month. But this is a huge thing that I love. We have a lot of people who tell us this is one of their favorite things. And when you download this is something we send out. All of these Canva templates are linked. So we have about 20 new Canva templates each and every month. And I just want to kind of take you through and show you what these look like. So if you look at, for example, the May content calendar, make this a little smaller so you can see this. You can see that there's a ton of templates that are in here. Some of these templates are for Reels or TikToks, these like skinny ones right there. Those are Reels and TikTok templates that you can use. And you don't need a paid account with Canva. If you have a free account, that's fine. Pardon me, I have allergies. And then there's also individual posts as well, like graphics or carousel posts. Now, carousel posts are those posts on Instagram where they're like swipeable. You can see multiple graphics. Those are performing really, really well right now. And so one of the big updates to our Canva templates that we did this year and really over the past couple months is we updated a ton of templates to update them for the correct size and really update them for how specifically the algorithm is looking for content on Facebook, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. So you can see here that there are a lot of different ideas like May home selling tips. We see that educational and helpful content is trending really, really well right now. So we've got, graphics on like things like fixed rate adjustable mortgages, budget friendly staging tools, how to, mistakes as first time home buyers, real estate trend watch. And then there's a lot of different other ones in here that you can, again, sort of update based on your market and what you have going on in your market. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. Does that come out the month before or at the beginning of the month? It usually comes out, at the very end of the month for the next month. So like the June one is going to come out a few days before June starts. It's usually like 5 or 6 days at the end of the month for the next month, because we know a lot of people like to think ahead and plan and look at what you may already have going on. And this is really meant to supplement anything else you have going on. You might already have a video series you're doing, or you might have listings or open houses, right? So this is meant to kind of supplement whatever else you have going on. But great question. And then when you open this, you can click on these to open up any template. So for example, if I clicked on this first one right here, this is going to bring you into a Reel template, and it says May home selling tips, and it brings you right into Canva. And again, from here, you can customize it however you like. You can see at the bottom here that there are some different prompts here. It says add a sentence or two with tips for selling a home in May. So you're going to write in your own, your own blurb, so to speak, but the graphics are there, right? And it's very simple. So what you can do is obviously fill this out based on your market. You can download it from here. You can click share, download it. And then when you put it into Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you're going to want to pick some music. So I don't include music from Canva because I find that it's better to pick music from the platform you're posting it to. So if you're posting it to TikTok or YouTube or wherever you are, download it from Canva and then post your music over there. But this is a great way to just create content quickly and easily. And again, we know that there's thousands of templates inside of Canva itself, but we've tried to really make it simple and again, strategic for real estate agents. Here's another one that I really love. This is really simple. This is a May real estate market. This is a new template that we created. And this one is really simple. And it has a couple stock photos that are in here. So you could leave these in here if you'd like. But if you don't like these, if you're like, that doesn't look like my market at all, then you can delete these pictures like that. I'm just hitting the delete button. And then you can upload an image of your neighborhood, of your local parks, your local schools, whatever it might be, and just drag those in there. And you can publish both of these together if you'd like, or separate. Again, just hit share, download, and you're good to go. So the idea is just to have something that's quick and easy. And we send out a newsletter to our Academy members every Saturday, and I often will link to a Canva template. I'll be like, hey, here's one we created. Use this one this weekend. So we try to make it really simple. Hold on, let me go back to my screen here. There we go. Let me go back to my other screen. There we go. Okay. One other one I wanted to show you really quick. So a big update that we did really over the last few weeks is we created a ton of carousel templates. And here's an example of one right here. If I click on this one right here, and again, a carousel is where you've got not just one graphic, but multiple graphics. And you can see here's one right here. It has 10 different graphics and it's all pre-filled out. So it says 7 mistakes to avoid as a first-time home buyer, stepping into home ownership, mistake number 1. And so what you want to do if you're a member or if you're a new member, and once you look at this, obviously read it over. If there's something where you're like, no, I don't like that, you can change any of the text. Everything is changeable. You can change the background if you want to change the background. There's a call to action at the end as well. But if you look at this and go, yep, I'm cool, that's great, let's post it, then we make it easy for you. So you can then, again, hit share, download it, or open it up on your phone, download it, and post it. And one of the reasons why we have created a ton of carousel templates is because those are performing really, really well right now across the platforms, especially Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Now, Instagram specifically, what's really interesting is when you post a carousel to your Instagram, oftentimes that post is seen twice in the newsfeed, because what happens on Instagram is when you post a carousel and people are scrolling through, they will often see the first slide in your carousel. But the next time they're on Instagram, often Instagram will show you that post again, but they will show you the second slide in that carousel. So I'm seeing this with my posts. We're seeing this with a lot of the Academy members who are using our templates, is that carousel posts often are showing up twice as often in the feed compared to other posts. Now, reels are still important, videos still important, but especially content that's educational. And we know when it comes to carousel posts, a lot of you post carousels for your listings, which is awesome. Those still do really well where you've got 5 or 10 photos of listings, or you post them for open houses. Awesome. Or you post them for community content. Maybe you went to a farmer's market, you've got a lot of great photos. Keep doing that. But we also know that helpful educational posts are really great for a lot of reasons. Those are the type of posts that help to attract business. Those are the type of posts that really help to cement you as a local expert in your area. And if you can post something like this, and then in addition, in the caption, add your own personality, add your own opinion, add your own hot take on what you feel, that is awesome. That is the secret sauce. So that being said, we also know that a lot of folks, if they haven't created educational or helpful content, it can feel overwhelming. This idea of like, now I have to be a teacher. Now I have to create educational content. So this has been a big, I would say, shift that we made in the Academy, was inside of our content calendars, providing a lot of educational content, right? We know you're going to post about your listings and your open houses and photos of your clients. Like, that's going to be stuff that's easy. It doesn't require a lot of thought, but things that are a little bit more thoughtful, especially when it comes to educational or helpful content, we wanted to be kind of your partner in that, if that makes sense, and help with that. Let me know if that makes sense in the chat. Just give me a quick yes or no. Does that make sense what I'm talking about? And also let me know, are you posting any kind of educational content right now? Like, are you posting helpful tips or educational content currently in social media? It might be through Reels, but it might be through Canva. Would just be curious in the chat. Jill says yes. Angela says yes. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. By the way, if you joined us late, we're recording this, so we'll send the recording out later if you missed the beginning today. Yes, it makes sense. And I'm doing educational posts. Awesome. And what's really interesting is this is not necessarily a new phenomenon. We've known that helpful content, in a lot of ways, is sort of a soft sell. It helps to showcase your expertise. But the key is doing it consistently. And what we find from a lot of agents, if you don't have a system, it's not going to happen, right? And so this is why I have long believed in having a calendar. We teach things in the Academy like time blocking, getting a system that works for you. I know there's a lot of you who've been longtime members who set aside a day or two once a week or once a month where you create a bunch of content. You might batch a lot of content all in one sitting or schedule content out. Again, just to get yourself into that rhythm and routine, because if it's not on the calendar, a lot of times it's not going to happen. Pam says most of my content is helpful and educational. Yeah, and Pam is a great example. Pam is in the mortgage space. She's been a longtime member, and she's really focusing a lot of her content. I know she's been starting her YouTube channel. She's been doing some great things on LinkedIn as well as Instagram. And what's really kind of cool is, especially with some of this content, you might just start using it on one platform, but as you get more comfortable and as you start to really discover where your clients are, being able to expand into different platforms as well. I will also say that this educational content is great to send to past clients also. So if you have an email newsletter, maybe you're sending out a newsletter once a month or once a quarter, and you're looking for content ideas, if you already, the best content to send your clients is your content, right? Not necessarily links to other people's content, but linking to, hey, if you missed it, here's a helpful post where I talked about what's going on in the real estate market. If you missed it, here's the link, right? And sharing links back to your own content. It's a great way to just kind of stay top of mind with people who already know, like, and trust you. Jeff says, which performs better for Reels, carousel, music, or voiceover? They all are performing well. It just depends on what type of content it is. So for Reels, talking to camera is not necessarily going to get the most views, but it often gets the best leads because they hear you and they see you. So talking to camera, whether it's showing a listing or sharing something helpful, typically gets the best leads and best followers. A voiceover is great though, because if you don't want to be on camera, we can still hear you. Voiceovers work great for taking people kind of behind the scenes, showing them a day in the life. We do a lot of teaching on that in the academy. Also, a voiceover for listings works really well. For music, I try to find trending music, and when you're on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, it'll show what music is trending. When you look to find music, basically all these platforms will show you like a music library. And then if you see a little arrow pointing up, that means it's a trending song. So I often will pick a trending song just to keep it fun. That definitely helps. Yeah, repurposing is gold. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing a whole month about it this summer, because repurposing has gotten easier and there's so many cool things that you can do in terms of repurposing. Yes, Jean, this is being recorded for everybody. So this is actually a free session we're doing today for Academy members, but we've also opened this up to anyone who's just interested in what the Academy is all about. So yeah, it's being recorded and it's free, and we'll be sending it out to everybody later. So yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so that is included in your membership. The other thing that I wanted to point out too is, in addition to those 20 Canva templates that you get with your calendar every month, we have a whole library of Canva templates, which I know a lot of you really love. And we spent some time recently updating many of these, and we continue to update this. This is like a moving target, right? This is one of these things that's like never going to be done, okay? Because we know things change, and what was relevant 6 months ago or a year ago may not be as relevant now. So we are constantly in here updating this. And the way we have our Canva template library, and again, this is included in your membership, is it's set up into a simple Google document. And there's a few different tabs at the bottom. If you look at the very bottom, it has Canva templates that are graphics. It has Reels and TikTok templates. And then we also have Facebook cover photo templates, that these are all custom to the Academy. But I want to just call your attention to this first tab, because this is the tab that we updated really the most as of recently. So when you scroll through this, on the left-hand side, you're going to see the topics. So this is client reviews. And then you can see that there's other topics. There's market updates, just listed, open house, just sold. I can tell you that a lot of our Academy members love this, because, you know, you go into Canva and you look for a real estate template and there's 8 million templates. It's like, I just need one. So we try to make these really simple. I am a huge believer in simplicity, in the fact that less is more. And that's what you'll see here. So just listed, just sold, open house, real estate tips. We talked about carousel posts. So this is a big thing we updated this year, was A lot of these real estate tips are all carousel posts. You can see this as you scroll through. And as you scroll through this, now, by the way, this is a Google document, which means when you're in the academy, you can't edit this, but you can go into and make a copy of it. So you can go down to file and make a copy of it for yourself if you'd like. But this changes all the time too. So I actually recommend, if you're a member, just log into the academy and check into this. We usually update it right at the beginning of the month because again, it's always kind of changing. So real estate tips, community, and then we have graphics for each month for April, May. We'll be adding our June ones in really soon. Now, one thing that is a big new thing that we added in 2025 is that we have our graphic, the topic, graphic, the template link, but we added a caption. And I was a little hesitant to give you captions because I don't want you just to copy and paste and be done with it. But I know for a lot of folks, the caption is what a lot of people struggle with. So we wanted to make it really easy for people. So you do have a caption in here, but what I recommend is that you don't just copy and paste it, but copy it, read it over, and then add in your 2 cents, add in your personality, delete something that where you go, I wouldn't say it that way, right? Don't just blindly copy and paste it. But I find, I don't know how you feel. I feel like if you can have something like 50% of the way there, and then you can just add your own 2 cents, it's going to be huge. It's just a huge, huge help. So, for example, I can go over to, let's say, here's a new template right here, upcoming local events. Let's say you wanted to do this one for the summer. You like this one. You click on the Canva template. It brings you into Canva again. You can click use template. It's going to bring it in here. And a lot of the colors that you see in our templates are very muted. They're kind of like the browns and the grays, and they go with a lot of different brands. But again, you can change them. If you don't like the colors of fonts, you can change them. And then once you download it, you can go back over here and read the caption. Looking for something fun to do this week? I've got you covered. Here's a few upcoming events happening in blah, blah, blah. You won't want to miss. Support local, meet neighbors, make memories, save this post or share with a friend. And then I included some hashtags. So you could literally copy this, go to Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're posting, paste that, and then just adjust it a little bit. I would add in your market area, right? Whatever, if this is for Dallas or Austin or Manhattan or wherever your market area is, just adjust it, right? To make it for you and add in any other little blurb that you want. But this is something that a lot of folks have been asking for, and I'm just excited that we're able to offer that. You're going to see more of this. So right now we have this just available for graphics, but we will be rolling this out in the next couple months for a lot of our Reels and TikToks templates as well. So again, client reviews, market updates, just listed, open house, just sold, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm super excited about that. Donna says, if we join the academy or need help or review all of this, is this available? Yes. So I love that you asked that. We don't have like one-to-one help. Like we don't really have like that available, but I do make myself available for all of our academy members, meaning you can email me anytime if you have questions. We do have a great Facebook group I mentioned as well that you can post your questions in if you're like, I'm stuck. We have a lot of folks in our academy who will jump in and try to help. I am in our group all the time. And then also with our live calls every Monday, there's always time for Q&A. So if you come into one of our live calls and you're like, Katie, I'm a new member and I'm stuck here, like we'll take a few minutes to help point you in the right direction. So yeah, we never want you to feel stuck or like, I don't see that button or I don't understand this. Like you are always free to reach out to me. So when you join the academy, you're working with me. You're not working with anyone else. So, and I want to see you succeed. So yeah, great question. Colleen says, do some of these work on our Google business page? Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely do that for your Google business page. Selena says, there's literally no reason not to post regularly with all that you offer. Yeah, there really isn't, Selena. We try to I mean, other than me doing it for you, which I'm not going to do, you still got to do it for you. We try to make it really easy. Just listed, just sold. These are all brand new templates. I'm super excited about these. And you'll see even with just listed, just sold open houses that there's 2 graphics because even 2 graphics is considered a carousel. So how do you get more eyeballs on a listing? Don't just post one graphic, post a couple. And you can see here's a simple just sold. And again, very simple. There's pictures that are in here. Obviously, these are just stock photos. So you're just going to click on them, take them out, upload your photos, drop them in, drop them in. Super simple. Contact me for more info. Again, download that. You can go back to the content calendar and go and just copy and paste it. Sold. Congrats to my amazing clients. Here's the city neighborhood. Thinking of selling? Let's chat. Right? So super simple. All of these captions have a hook, some detailed information. They are all written professionally, but also friendly and conversational, because that tends to do really well on social. There's a few hashtags and there's always a call to action. So very excited about that. Let me know what you guys think of that. That was a big update, was adding captions into all of that. And again, these get updated every month. So you'll see this continue to grow, and improve on, which we're excited about. So, all right, let me scroll back here really quick. Any questions so far? Let me know if you guys have any questions so far about anything. Again, wanted to just kind of, like I said, take you behind the scenes. So again, as a member, you get access to all those classes. It's about 40 or 45, probably closer to 50 classes we do throughout the year. You get the content calendars, the Canva templates, and of course our Facebook group as well. Let's see here. Yay, these are great. Love that. All right, so let's go back to my slides here. And again, let me know if you guys have any questions about anything. I've got a lot more stuff that I want to dig into. And again, I've said this a second ago, but in terms of like how the Academy is different, I think there's three big things. It's specific to real estate, it's ongoing personalized support, and then our supportive community. I think that's the name of the game. I included a few little success stories on the screen here because I think it's good to hear from folks who are doing the work. Leslie Beck is a longtime member. She's out in Denver. She says, the Academy is seriously your one and done solution. Katie Lance has all the latest info and social media checklist tutorials. You can have peace of mind knowing you're not chasing the next guru, which I love. Susie Nelson Crowley, she's been out in Tampa, a longtime member. She says, I've been in real estate 17 years, experienced a bunch of training. I can say wholeheartedly, Katie's Get Social Smart Academy and programs are some of the best. So we love that. It's good to hear from different folks, right? Which is the name of the game. Angela says, I tried to use a Canva template, but it wouldn't let me save unless I was a pro member. Did I do something wrong? I don't think so. You should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to just click on a template. It depends. Are you talking about my templates? There are templates inside of Canva that are only for pro users. Like if you're just in Canva and you're clicking through templates, some are free, some are for pro. But for the ones we've created, they should be open to anybody, whether you have a free or pro account. That's weird. That is really weird. If you remember what the template is, Angela, maybe email me and I can take a look at it. Maybe there's a setting on my end or something that I need to change. I'll drop my email in the chat again if you happen to think about it. Feel free to email me and then I can check on the back end. It might just be a setting or something I need to fix. Okay, let me go through. I promised you also I want to share 10 smart social media strategies we're going to get to in just a second here. I do want to mention, for those of you who are not part of the Academy and you are thinking, okay, this is awesome, I want to join, we would love to have you. So I've got a big QR code on the screen here that you can scan. And if you got your phone handy, it'll take you right to the Academy page and you can check out. It's normally $99 a month, but we've got a sale going on at $79 a month. And you can go month to month. It just auto renews every month. And again, includes our live masterclasses, our live training every month. So the Netflix style, content library, our monthly content calendars, Canva templates, our learning library, members only group, all that good stuff. So I'll see if I can grab the link also so you guys can get that link if you'd like that. If for some reason the QR code isn't working, I'll drop it in the chat for you. And I also want to mention that for those of you who sign up who are not members and you sign up by the 17th, I got a little special offer. I'm going to send you my planner. Now, if you're already in the Academy and you don't have a planner yet, just email me and I'll send you one. But if you are thinking about joining and you sign up by the 17th, I'm happy to send you a physical copy. I can also send you a digital copy if you're more of a digital person, but we published this last year. It's 130 pages. I don't know about you, but I love a printed planner. There's just something about pen and paper. So Little special offer though, that retails on Amazon for $29.99. So you'll get that as a freebie, and we'll just email you once you sign up. A lot of you I can see have already signed up, which is cool. So either me or Paul, my husband and partner in crime, business partner, we will email you to get your mailing address so we can get that in the mail to you this week. Yeah, the planner is a great resource. It's not just a calendar. There are content ideas for every month. There are like goal setting pages. There's tons of prompts, and it's also undated. So I love an undated planner. So it's not just specific to 2025. Okay, Colleen, yes, email me and we can send one out to you. Yeah. For those of you who are already members and you don't have one, just email me and let me know if you want a printed or digital copy, and we'll send it to you for sure. Yeah, just email me. I'll drop my email in the chat one more time, just in case you guys don't have it. Email me directly. It might take a little bit of time this afternoon because I'm sure I'll have a lot of emails after this webinar, but just email me and let me know which one you want and we'll get it to you for sure. Okay, cool. Let's get into 10 smart social media strategies. We're going to hammer through this because I've got about 10 minutes left for this webinar, but I want to make sure I cover these 10 big things that we're seeing that are making a huge difference right now. So number one, consistency. That's what it's all about. If you want to know, like, why am I not getting traction? You have to look at your social media and go, well, how often are you posting? Is it once today, nothing for 3 days, 5 things on a Saturday? You've got to pick a day or two and stick with it. It's just like our favorite TV shows, right? We know when our favorite shows come out, consistency wins, which is key. Yes, June, the sale ends on the 17th. Yeah, the 17th. Okay, cool. Iris, what you want to do is email me. Don't put it in the chat because I there's so many things coming through this chat. So if you can just email me, so send me an email and just say, hey, I'm Iris, I'm in the academy, this is what I'd like. Just email me directly. That's going to be easier than the chat. Thank you for that. Okay, so number one, consistency wins. Number two, if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen, right? Anything that's important in life, it's got to get on the calendar. Same thing with social media, same thing with content creation. That has been true for a decade, and it continues to be true for sure now. The third thing is routines are key. We find that the members who get the academy on their calendar every single week, it helps their business just like anything else. Routines are key. Anything in life, it's all about routines, right? That's the name of the game. Another smart strategy is use and reuse Canva templates. Don't feel like you have to use a new one every single week. Find one you like and reuse it, especially for things that you use often, like just listed, just sold, testimonials, client reviews. Pick one, rinse and repeat. And this is a big thing we've done this year. And it's just a huge time saver. I love to be creative. I could probably spend hours in Canva creating something, but like, again, time is our most precious asset. So use and reuse for ease. Be intentional. Don't be a drive-by liker. Don't just jump into Facebook and like 5 things and bail, but be intentional. Spend a few minutes a day engaging, liking, commenting, interacted, being a noticer. Notice what's happening in your feed. Be a good finder. Take the online, offline. All of these things are tried and true, and it really does make a big difference. Be a good finder. Like I said, look for people who are doing good things. Intentionally look for people who are doing great things in your community. Share those people out. We talked about yesterday in one of our Zoom calls, doing things like Featured Friday, where you're featuring a local business, or you're featuring someone, you're giving someone a shout out, or even Saturday shout out. People love to be recognized, and it's a great way to grow your socials. Share your insight. And this is a big thing. I love Canva templates, and we offer a ton of templates, but I will tell you right now that the secret sauce is adding in your 2 cents, adding in your insight, your opinion, your hot take. There's a million things that you could Google about real estate, but nobody's going to say it the way you're going to say it. So you've got to show up. We've got to hear you. We've got to see you. The world needs to hear from you, right? And as I always say, you look how you look and you sound how you sound. Be your own best promoter. This is a big thing. So it doesn't mean you have to be super smarmy or super salesy, but you have to promote yourself and your business. And that's where I think having a balance of sharing content that's helpful and educational, but also promoting that you love what you do, and that, you think your clients are awesome, and sharing your successes and your wins, and having a balance of both, I think, is key. Work smarter, not harder. Repurpose. This is a big thing we always teach in the academy. If you're creating one piece of content, is that a piece of content is that one reel? Is that something you could also email out to your database? Could you also post that on LinkedIn? Could you also take that content and maybe turn that into a graphic for Canva? Work smarter, not harder. And one tip I would give you right now is look at your website. All of you have websites. You probably have some sort of content on your website about buying, selling, or your community. Well, you could take some of that content and that could be a post for social media today. That could be a inspiration for a graphic or a reel today. It already lives on your website, but why not repurpose it, right? And the last thing I would say that is a running thread through so many of the folks we work with is you never stop learning. And this is one of the reasons we created the Academy, because it's one thing to sign up for a class here or there, but if you really want to get better at something, it takes time. It's not just one, 30-second TikTok that's here and we move on to the next thing. So you never stop learning. And at the risk of sounding corny, I love this industry. I love the entrepreneurial spirit of a real estate professional. People ask me all the time, like, why do I work with real estate agents? I fell in love with real estate probably 20 years ago. It was actually 20 years ago, this spring. So yeah, it's been 20 years. And my first job in real estate was working for a real estate broker, a small real estate company, and helping them with their marketing and branding, and at the time, the early days of social media. And it sounds corny, but I really fell in love with like how hard realtors work and how, for most people, buying and selling, it's one of the biggest moments of their lives. It's right up there with getting married or having kids, buying a home. So I'm super passionate about it. And I know that I'm not going anywhere. For me, I'm all about staying up on, again, what are the latest and greatest trends? What are the things that I can bring to really help you be smarter about social media? But at the end of the day, social media is social. Real estate is a people business. And so it's about showing up, being intentional, never stop learning, connecting, providing value. All of those things make a huge difference. Is there an annual membership fee? Yes. So you can sign up monthly. It's $79 a month. It's regularly $99 a month, but we're doing a sale for the next couple of days for $79 a month. But you can sign up annually for $7.99 for the year. It's normally $9.99 for the year. Let me see if I can grab that link for you really quick. Let me see if I can pull that really fast, just so you have that in case you want to sign up yearly. This is the link to the yearly membership. So $7.99, and that'll get you a 1-year membership. Again, that's regularly $9.99 on sale for $7.99. Or if you just want to sign up monthly, you can sign up for $79 a month, which is normally $99 a month. And then with either one of those, we'll send you the free planner. And what else can I tell you about the membership? Let me know what other questions you guys have. Oh, I know a lot of people ask too with memberships, and this is good for those of you who've been a member for a while. A lot of people start out as a monthly member, and then after a few months, they want to switch to yearly. So you can do that too, and we'll honor the sale price. So if you sign up today and it's May, whatever day it is that I'm doing this live, and you decide in the end of summer, you're like, oh, I probably should have an annual membership because it'll save you money. Just call us or email us and we can switch it for you. So it's easy to do. Beth says, yeah, I love this. You always keep us up to date with the latest and greatest. Oh, it's the best community I've been a part of. That is so awesome. And you guys, make sure you guys follow Beth. Beth is awesome. She's been a longtime member of our academy. She's super active in our Facebook group. She just went through some of our coaching that we've done. And I think one of the things that's so cool is just seeing so many of our members. We have a lot of people who stay with us a long time. And it's just cool to see their trajectory of how they take our training. And it's not like one size fits all. Everyone's different, right? Every market's different. It's so cool to see how people take it and then like make it their own and go, okay, I learned this, but I'm going to do this. And then, just kind of evolve, which is cool. Pam says repurposing. I saw something about repurposing is how I'm able to be on more than one platform without being a slave to social media. Yeah. And Pam, I've really been watching what you've been doing on Instagram, LinkedIn, and now YouTube. And I think you've been so smart about just picking 1 or 2 platforms, being intentional, taking your time, and like just making them your own, which I love too, which is really, really cool. Yeah, Beth is really doing a great job. So again, last couple things as we get to the end here today. If you are not part of the Academy, we would love to have you part of the Academy family. If you are ready to take your social media to the next level, if you're tired of spinning your wheels, if you feel like, you're not getting traction, if you feel like there is a sea of sameness out there in social media, you're not mistaken. First of all, there is a sea of sameness and there's more noise than ever before. It used to be like a slow drizzle, and now it's like a thunderstorm of information and content, and it can feel really overwhelming, and it can feel like, hey, I don't, a lot of people think I don't want to become like, a full-time social media person. You don't need to be. Okay, let me do that. Let me, weed through all that, and then let me be your guide to help you in terms of like what's working, what's not working. So again, would love to have you part of the Academy family. If you aren't yet a member, feel free to scan this. You can sign up monthly or yearly. And again, this is everything that's included: all the classes, templates, calendars, our members group, all that good stuff. And if you're on the fence or you're not sure, feel free to email me. Again, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. If you want to post them here, or I can always answer them later as well. Joe says, I love this Academy. What I love more than anything is the library. I can always go back and learn something I need to refresh on. For example, a YouTube masterclass, I'm still going back, implementing what I learned. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and there's a lot. Every class there's a lot of meat and potatoes in each class. And so I'd like that we're able to not just say, hey, watch it once and that's it. Like, it's up there, because we know, especially as a realtor, your business for a lot of you is up and down, right? It's like, I'm really busy. I've got 3 new listings. I have nobody, no prospects. Like, there's a lot of this up and down. And so when your business is like that, there might be seasons where, you're just hanging on for dear life because the train is rolling down the station and business is thriving. And then there's times where it's a little quiet and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to drum up business. So, depending on what season you're on, we're here for you, and you can always pop in and out, as the seasons happen for your business. I would also say, though, if you do experience a lot of kind of highs and lows, one of the things that I think is really helpful about being part of the Academy is that when you commit to ongoing learning, even if you're just setting in your calendar once a week for an hour a week, our coffee with Katie, I find that it helps the highs and lows not be as dramatic, because you start to implement things. You may not implement everything, we're not perfect, but you might tune in on a Monday and go, oh, that one thing was really helpful. And you can take that nugget and implement it immediately. And it just starts to help you get more business and more leads and more people in your pipeline than maybe you would have gotten before, because you start to be more intentional. So you're still going to always have highs and lows. That's just sort of the nature of being an entrepreneur. But I feel like, and let me know for those of you in the Academy, if you feel that this is true also, I feel like being a part of a community like this, it just sort of makes the highs and lows not as up and down, if that makes sense, because you start to implement some strategies on a more consistent basis. Plus, you are in a community of other like-minded people from all over the world, right? And there's just something really powerful about that. Colleen says, thank you, Katie. I've paid for this for years. Hold on, let me just scroll back up. But I'm not accessed it like I should. I'm glad I took time to listen and watch. Oh, I'm so glad you were here, Colleen. You're a great teacher. Thank you for the templates and the calendars. Although not licensed, I do so much behind the scenes work for my husband, who's done this for 40 years. Oh my goodness. We're in this together. It's a family business. Yay. It's all about family businesses, right? I love that. I always tell my boys, I'm like, we've got this family business here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They're still teenagers, but ongoing learning is fabulous. Highs and lows do happen. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Joanne, I'm so happy to see you here, my friend. Sending you love. Selena says, yes, making this actually fun, not daunting or chore. Yes, exactly. It should be fun. Like, that's the other thing. It should be fun. It shouldn't be overwhelming. And there's no greater compliment I get than after coffee with Katie, or after I do a training, people email me or message me and they say something like, oh my gosh, you just make it seem so much more doable, or, I'm not as overwhelmed. Like, because I know a lot of this can be really overwhelming. There's AI and ChatGPT and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, blah, 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 like, and it can just feel really overwhelming. So I always say, do what feels good to you. You don't have to do both. You don't have to be all things to all people. like I said, be intentional, start to create habits that are going to help you sustain your business. And I think the last couple things I would say just to wrap up today is if you're not getting business from social media and content and you want to, whether you work with us or not, I just think it's so important that you do create a strategy and a plan. You've got to take some time to create a plan for yourself, especially a plan where you're showing up. Because even if a lot of your business right now is coming from past clients and referrals, imagine if you could get another like 20% of your business from people that you do not know, but they know you. And those are some of the best clients to get, where you get messages and they're like, oh my gosh, I've been following you for years. Oh my gosh, I've been following you for months. I feel like I know you. I feel like you're in my head. And you're like, who who are you? But they know you. And you just have to keep that in mind is it takes time. People often lurk, especially with real estate content. People often do not like and comment publicly because you are talking about the biggest financial decision and they don't want their friends and family to see that they're liking and commenting on real estate stuff or mortgage stuff. So that's why I always say don't worry so much about those metrics. People are watching and learning, and if you can be that person who is showing up, being helpful in their feed on a consistent basis, the business comes. And it's really the difference between attracting business versus chasing leads, right? Attracting versus chasing. So it's an awesome way of doing business. All right, my friends, let me see if I can drop that link in just one more time so you guys have it. It's on your screen here, but I will drop it in case you're not part of our Academy family yet. So let me drop that in. I've got two links for you. One is monthly, one is yearly, and we'll email those out to you also. So if you're driving and you can't click or scan anything, it's all good. All right. Oh, of course, I have to finish one of my favorite quotes. You guys know, I don't think I can finish a training without reminding you. This is my favorite thing I started saying years ago. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. And if you want to share something from social media from our time here together today, take out your phone, take a picture of the screen, take a selfie if you'd like, and post it to your Instagram or your Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're spending time. Progress over perfection. Done is better than perfect. It's better that you move forward and pick one or two things that you learned today and implement them immediately, right? Rome was not built in a day. Done is better than perfect. This is a huge thing. My favorite saying, yes. And I'll tell you guys, one of the reasons why I say this is because I have to remind myself of this all the time. I even have a little sign on my desk right next to me, printed out. And we actually gave this out to our masterminders a few years ago, a little sign that says done is better than perfect. And I have to remind myself of this all the time. I think I don't need to spend hours doing this. Like, focus. Done is better than perfect. Get it out. We are not creating Oscar worthy content, right? You look how you look, you sound how you sound, get it done, get it out, boom, bam, there we go. All right. That is what it's all about. Just get started, have fun. Yeah. And the more you do it, the better you get. The more you do it, the better you get. It's like a muscle. Linda says, I love this saying. I have the sticker on my desk. I love it. All right, my friends. I know we went a little bit over. I apologize. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I just realized I spelled my name wrong on this slide. Look at this. Done is better than perfect. Let me fix that. Okay, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'm happy to stay on for another couple minutes. Let me know what you thought of today's webinar. Did you enjoy this time? Let me know in the chat, yes or no, if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. And let me know if you signed up. I saw a lot of you sign up as I was talking, which is fantastic. So if you're not part of our family, our Academy family, get signed up. Again, you have until the 17th and we will send you a planner. It is not too late. I know we are in May, but my goodness, let's make this a great year. Whether you're having a great year so far or you're not having a great year so far, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's what it's all about. And I think having a positive attitude is so important. So that's what we're going to focus on. Thank you guys for all the kind words. I appreciate it. Joseph, it was fantastic. Thanks a ton. My pleasure. My pleasure. And so check your email later today. We will send out the replay and we'll send out the links too. So if you missed anything, you can catch that later. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Case. Excited to be a part of your Academy family again. Yay. Awesome. Thank you, Shelly. All right, my friends, have a great rest of your day. Can't wait to work with you. Can't wait to see more of you inside the Academy. And we will see you soon. Our next class, by the way, for Academy is on Monday. Monday is our Facebook masterclass, which you can purchase separately for $79, or you could just join the Academy for the same price and you'll get access to all of our trainings. So anyways, that's coming up in a couple days. So a lot of you said that Facebook was a big thing that you're focused on. So that is on Monday. Don't worry, we'll email you. So you've got the links and the options. You can review that and make the best decision for you. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers to all of you, and sending you virtual high fives, virtual hugs, and we'll see you on the flip side. All right, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye for now.